They were like, it's disfiguring. I know. I see it. It's disfiguring my face and it got all these things that I cannot get rid of. They're like in my ears, in my nose, on my nose, big. Hey, Faith Walkers, how are you doing? Happy Friday and welcome to Detox Fridays. And also, welcome to my testimony series. We are in a testimony series, and gosh, just thinking about and going back on what God has done over the years has been amazing. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. I wanted to testify about being healed. This happened in 2022. In 2022, I kept getting these bumps and scars that wouldn't go away. They were like lesions and they were all around my mouth. They were on my nose and in my nose, and they were around my eyes and they were in my ears. Okay. They were not uh, small lesions. I will actually probably drop some pictures in here as I'm talking because it was not good. And I didn't know what was wrong and how to get rid of them. So I went to the doctor and, well, I went to the dermatologist, is what I did. Because I had grown up with eczema, I was like, well, I'll go to the dermatologist. They'll probably give me something to help with all of this, like a cream or something. Well, when this particular dermatologist saw everything, he was like, I think that this is sarcoidosis. What I'm going to do is do a biopsy. And I had a really big lesion right here. It was really, really big bump or boil. And he was like, can I take it from there? And I was like, no, I have a party to go to this weekend and I'm trying to be cute. Yeah, and I didn't want a scar there. So there was some back here. I forgot to mention that. There was some bumps back here. And so he took, um, like, he did a biopsy. He had to shoot it, numb it, and then, like, scoop it out, cut it out. And so that's what he did. And then sent it to the lab. A little time passed, and he was like, yes, this is sarcoidosis, and I need to talk to your primary care physician. So, they talked to each other, and then I had to set up like chest x-rays and an EKG and some type of breathing test. Okay. So they were setting me up with all these tests because the thing about sarcoidosis is it can end up on your internal organs and kill you. And it is very deadly. It is an autoimmune disease, and there is no cure for autoimmune diseases. We know that. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I was scared that day. My brother and sister in law came with me to the doctor just to see what was going on because I'm like, I don't even know what this is. What is sarcoidosis? Of course, I looked it up. And you know how when you Google things, it can just make things so much worse. It can make things so much worse, and you're like, what? What? I got all of the tests back. Everything came back clear of sarcoidosis. The only thing that I did not pass was my breathing test. And so my breathing test, I didn't pass it because I couldn't take like deep breaths. I'm going somewhere with this, but I couldn't take deep breaths. And they were like, this doesn't seem like sarcoidosis. It seems more like asthma. And so I had asthma earlier in life, but it had been gone for years. They sent me to a rheumatologist, and a rheumatologist is going to look over you for autoimmune diseases, that kind of stuff. And she was like, "Oh, let me see if it's spreading. Oh, it's spreading. We need to get you on this medicine." The medicine that they wanted to put me on, the medical company that I was insured with, they would not approve it for me because she was like, it was going to be very, very strong. And the thing about it is they're trying to control the immune system. And this was right after COVID. Okay. It's right after COVID. That was kind of scary because I'm like, you're going to jack with my immune system so that we can get rid of these bumps. They were like, it's disfiguring. I know. I see it. It's disfiguring my face and it got all these things that I cannot get rid of. They're like in my ears, in my nose, on my nose, big. I was like, well, the Lord is going to heal me. I'm telling you, I had a determination in my heart that the Lord was going to heal me. So I started taking um, before pictures. I didn't have my after pictures yet, but I started taking before pictures. I I am not even playing. The reason why I have before and after pictures is because I kept taking pictures. I'm like, this is my before picture. This is my before picture. So I took my pictures and probably maybe 5 months later, I had a dream. In this dream, I just remember seeing my face and I had pulled out the last of those lesions and I kind of had some scars, like even around my mouth, but I had pulled out the last of it and I was holding it in my hand and it had really long, skinny, skinny roots attached to it. It had long, skinny roots. And then I woke up. After I woke up, I was like, okay, Lord, I guess you're going to heal me. That's what I said. I was sitting in my bed. I guess you're going to heal me. After that, I opened my phone to look at my Yahoo Mail. And before YouTube was really popular, I had been following this lady. I had gotten some of her books. Well, I got an email from her, and it said the title of it was like The Dangers of Green Smoothies. And I was like, what? The dangers of green smoothies? What does that even mean? Let me just interject this. At the time, I was drinking green smoothies. Like I was fasting on green smoothies. I have a video of myself mixing together a green smoothie. I may drop that here. I was drinking green smoothies and fasting on them. So I was doing smoothie fast and I had done like several of them, like 21-day fast, several 21-day fast on just green smoothies and water. Several. Do you hear me? Several. Probably within a year, I had probably done out 6, 7, I don't even know. But I had done several green smoothie fasts. Okay. And that is how I used to fast. When I fast now, I don't fast like that. But that's how I used to fast. Green smoothie. Check the video out. At the time I was doing those fasts and I was vegan. So when I was not fasting, I was just eating a plant-based diet. So I go into this email. I'm looking at the email and it's talking about oxalates and eating a high oxalate diet, which is why green smoothies would be dangerous. Just so we're clear, a high oxalate diet would consist of foods like potatoes, beans, spinach, um, some greens, um, just nuts, some nuts, those types of things. So, as you can imagine, all of the foods that were on that list were all of the foods that I was eating as a plant based person. But then it started listing all of these autoimmune diseases that a high oxalate diet affects. Guess what was on there? Sarcoidosis and asthma. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm doing something really good for my body by getting all these greens and getting all this stuff in there. And I'm actually adding to the problem, which is why I was wheezing and then I had all of this. They look like barnacles to me. I had all these barnacles on my face. I woke up from that dream, checked the email, and the Lord showed me what I was doing and what I needed to do to be healed. I had been vegan for over a year, and right before this, I started craving meat and eggs. That whole year or so, I didn't crave anything like that. I wasn't craving it. I was content in eating my plant based diet. Anyway, I started craving that. I saw this email and it changed everything. It changed everything. So I started eating meat because I prayed about everything and I started eating meat. I started consuming more animal based protein. I started consuming that, and guess what happened? Those like bumps started shrinking and they started peeling. Even the ones in my nose, they started shrinking and peeling, shrinking and peeling. Listen, y'all, this happened. They started shrinking and peeling, and probably within a 6 to 9 month period, all of the stuff was gone off of my face. But the Lord visited me in a dream and then showed me the science. And that is my testimony. Y'all, I'm telling you, the Lord has done some crazy things. Now, had we prayed about it? Yes, I had prayed about it, prayed with people, prayed. I'm telling you, I had people praying over me. And the Lord, after all of that, visited me in a dream and showed me what to do. Showed me what to do. And so that is my testimony. I'm telling you, God, there is nothing impossible with God. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And come back for more videos like this. God bless.